Hello, welcome, welcome. We are live. Welcome, everybody. We are at My Realtor Tips. We're starting in a couple minutes. We're going to listen, guys, this episode is going to be, I'm not trying to, all the other episodes I've done in the past were super amazing, but this episode, you're going to get so much great information to help you learn how to use your money, and have it work for you. So I'm so excited. We have Sherwin Riley here from Leswin Financial. And basically, let me fix the camera there. Basically, we're going to talk about how to make your money work for you. Okay. Now, guys, we work hard for our money. We may have own a business, we may have a 9 to 5, we make money. Okay. And our purpose of making money is obviously to have money to spend time with our family or to do investments for business purposes, pleasure purposes. But we're going to talk about today, how can you use that money and multiply that in other areas of investment than the normal, investments you see. A lot of times you see people, they have a little money and they put it in the bank. But Sherwin here is going to talk to you about other ways, other avenues that you can use to put in your money. So, all right. So I see some people are on. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We're gonna start. I usually start around 1:05-ish because I understand people may be at work, they may be at lunch, and they're jumping on. But I thank everyone that is jumping on today. I see 2 people. Hi. All right. We'll just talk in a few minutes. So, Sherwin, you just opened up your
Sure.
company. Tell me a little bit about your Leswin Financial.
Leswin Financial is it's been birthing for a while, but we actually launched just last month, and so we're excited. And one of the reasons why we went into the launch is you have 1 out of 3 people that's really financial literate, and so one of the aspects as we look at it is financial literacy is not taught in homes, it's not taught in schools. And one of the way that we find about financial literacy is through our experiences. And a lot of times those experiences were later in life. And so it gives us the opportunity to launch this business to promote financial literacy because we can actually take advantage of these opportunities earlier than wait until later to avoid to not being able to market or capitalize on these particular experiences in itself. And so Let's Win Financial offer various of different services where we help teach you how to invest in retirement, invest in college, speaking engagements. We do investment clubs for kids. It's getting ready to launch. We're getting ready to do a stock market challenge game with the March Madness coming up. So young kids, get ready. That you'll be able to invest where you have invest in various companies with the brackets in relation to the March Madness bracket. So we just decided we also do debt management, and also too we work on budgeting as well from a zero-based standpoint. So we're excited for the opportunity in the business to be able to exploit and being able to help people meet their financial goals.
That sounds amazing. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start. We have a couple of viewers. We're going to get right into it. So I want to thank you guys again for coming on. This is the 7th week I've done this show. I started it 7 weeks ago, My Realtor Tips, and it is a great way for you guys to learn a little bit more about real estate. And we're going to talk about the investing side of real estate, which a whole lot of people always have. I always get questions about investing in real estate, and it's always great to connect with people that are in finance that can explain the details and give us the expert advice as opposed to just jumping right into it. So I want to thank you guys for being here. I want to do the formal introduction since we're going to go ahead and start. I have Sherwin Riley here. He's a certified financial education instructor from Leswin Financial. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, so awesome. So now I do this every single Tuesday at 1 o'clock. And what I've been doing for the last couple of weeks, well, actually several weeks, I've been featuring each speaker that's going to be at our home buyer seminar, which is coming up on March 28th, in like a couple weeks. So I invited all the speakers on my Realtor Tips because I wanted you to meet them face to face and get a little bit more details of what you can expect at the home buyer seminar. Just that human connection, it's so important than just seeing a picture and somebody on a flyer. If you actually see that person, and then you guys will have an opportunity to do Q&A at the end. You can also ask some questions that you may have regarding the investing side of real estate. So I want to thank you again. All right, so so basically, this particular subject, we're going to talk about making your money use work for you. So I want to open it up, Sherwin, because we have a lot of buyers. We have a lot of people that want to invest. A lot of my clients, they want to invest and they want to buy. And the biggest question is, where do I get the money from? Where should I use? Should I just go right into my bank account and pull out my money? Or should I go into my 401k or my IRA or any other investment accounts? Where should I go to use the capital in order to invest in a property? So hi, Ellie, welcome. So basically, Sherwin's going to talk to us a little bit about what are those strategies that you can use to make sure that you're utilizing your funds in a smart way. You're not just pulling it out of the bank, and you're looking at other areas. So we're going to talk a little bit about some other areas. So if you could, please bless us with your knowledge.
Sure. So again, I would like to thank Crystal and Dominion Reality Group for having Leswin a part of this session here, and so I'm looking forward to the home buying seminar later this month. But the reality is what Crystal mentioned as far as everyone can't necessarily go into a banking account and just withdraw money out. And so one of the aspects what we face in America today is budgeting. And the aspect of budgeting is there's limitations around budgeting. And as we in the world now in America we're in a plastic where it's hard to budget when you're actually utilizing your plastic, where you're actually spending more than what you actually make. And so one of the aspects is budgeting always have us thinking about our finances. But one of the American dreams that we so desire to have, especially when we're little, the white picket fences, is the American freedom. The American dream is to have home ownership. And so with home ownership is one of our biggest expenses of what we actually require, during our livelihood. And so you look at that, it's how do I actually get the cash? How do I actually get the down payment? How do I actually get the closing costs in order to achieve this American dream or get into this American dream? And so one of the ways that we can look at it is if you do not necessarily have or can't access and go directly to your bank, there are some various ways that you can leverage to get cash in order to get into that achieve your American dream. And one of those is we look at your 401k account. And so if you are employed and if your employer has a retirement sponsored account, oftentimes the 401k programs allow you to take out a loan towards a house, towards a loan. And so one of the key aspects to that is you want to ensure that it's a loan, it's not a withdrawal, because if it's a withdrawal, then we're looking at tax implications. And so one of the pros with the 401ks is you're actually, anytime you have a loan, there's always interest that's involved. And so, so with interest in the 401k loan, typically you're paying the interest back to yourself. And so those are one of the advantages with a loan. Now, the one may ask, how much can I withdraw from my 401k? And so the IRS, they have their limitations basically on this, and you could withdraw up to $50,000, okay? So let's say, for instance, if you have $40,000 in your 401k, right? So you could withdraw up to $50,000, well, 50% of that. So if you have that $40,000, you could withdraw up to $20,000 towards a home loan for your American dream. So the 401k is a good vehicle to use, but there's also some things, some measures that you also want to be careful too, because let's say in the event if your job is really not secure, or if you don't see any continuity in it, you might want to just be careful with a 401k loan, because if you do get fired, you will have 60 days to repay that 401k loan, or the IRS will consider that as income. Wow. And so that will be whatever is your marginal income tax rate is. So you want to be cautious just to make sure that you're in a long-term environment and that you can capitalize on that 401k loan. Another strategy you can use is an IRA. And so what is an IRA? Most people probably don't know what an IRA is, but IRA is an individual retirement account. And it's just basically an investment vehicle. So let's just say, for instance, if you have an umbrella, right? And so let's use this example, right? Let's just say if you're at your job, and let's say, for instance, your job has a 401k account and you move to another job. Well, your money that's sitting in this 401k account with the old job can be rolled over to an IRA. And so those funds can be earmarked. The IRA has two different types of individual retirement accounts. You have a Roth IRA and you have a traditional IRA. And so within these IRAs, the IRS says, hey, look, if you are a first-time home buyer, and Crystal, as a realtor, I think you can agree to this, right? Simply because you are really a first-time home buyer doesn't necessarily mean it. I think the true definition is 3 years, right? If you haven't owned a home in 3 years, you consider a first-time home buyer. So the IRS says, hey, look, if you can withdraw up to $10,000 in your IRA, right, towards a home purchase, right? So if that money is not sitting in your bank account, this is another way that you can leverage to buy a home, okay? The third way is, and most people is not familiar with this particular strategy in itself, and this is big for real estate investors, this is big for entrepreneurs, and that's called a self-directed IRA. So typically in a regular IRA account, you normally have your stocks, your bonds, your mutual funds in a regular IRA. But the third one is a self-directed IRA. So let's say, for instance, if you don't want to invest into stocks, bonds, ETFs, mutual funds, you want to invest the money within this IRA account towards buying a home, to real estate, right? Or to open up a business, or even to being a lender, being able to finance real estate investors who's looking for funding, right? So these specific funds in a self-directed IRA will allow you that opportunity to buy homes, right? So the only stipulation behind this is you can't necessarily buy a primary home in a self-directed IRA, but you can use it for investment properties. You can use it for multifamily, things of that nature. So that's within a custodial account. But there will be further information with this at the home buying seminar. But that's another way that you can utilize your resources in order to buy a home. Because the reality is, you look at a home and you think about it, okay, look, if I'm in an FHA, it's 3.5%. If I'm in a conventional, we're looking at 20%. And we're here in South Florida. And so, of course, South Florida, the cost of living is very expensive. Yes. With that comes, expensive home prices as well. So, we have this thing called PMI, primary mortgage insurance. So the more that you can capitalize on your resources to avoid paying PMI, you're saving thousands of dollars as far as not having to pay this PMI towards your mortgage. So these are some various ways that, you can use investment vehicles in order to make a purchase towards your home. But we'll be able to answer all your questions during the home buying seminar for additional information.
Wow, Sherwin, that information was priceless. I mean, there's so much. I have so many questions for you. So, okay, we've talked about the 401k and we talked about 3 strategies and how you can take your money out of other areas besides your bank account. And you mentioned the 401k account, and I have a couple questions regarding that. So let's say you are an investor, okay, and you want to purchase an investment property. Are there any limitations on pulling it out of a 401k account as well?
It's really not, though. I mean, as far as your 401k, it leads you up to the liberty of whether it's a primary home or it's a investment property. You see this quite often where people necessarily, if they like right now we're in the coronavirus era, right, where you see markets are tanking, right? So people saying, look, how can I strategize? What kind of different ways that I could look at as far as making money and diversifying? So, right. So a lot of people will earmark their money, right? Put it on the side and maybe put it in bonds or even take out a loan and say, hey, look, we might be in a time where we may be facing a recession. So I'll take some of this money out through a loan. That's the key word, through a loan, right? And so whether if it's a primary home or whether it's an investment property, right? You can use that money within your 401k to buy that.
Wow. Okay, and then we also talked about you talked about the self-directed IRA, and I thought that was pretty amazing. I didn't even know about that. So you talked about that you can actually open up a business, which is amazing with the self-directed IRA. My question is, let's say I have a dream to be a lender. I want to be able to lend people money so they can go out and purchase a home or invest in anything, and that is my dream, to be a lender. Can I use an IRA account for investments for that purpose?
Sure. And that's one of the greatest things about a self-directed IRA is for you can strategize and use this leverage in order to be a lender. Because oftentimes you have real estate investors who's always looking for money. Sometimes you may go to these hard money lenders where the interest rates are at an astronomical rate, right? So you kind of set your own interest rate based on, because it is your money, in order to lend that money out. And so within that, one of the key things about a self-directed IRA is, right, you have to have it set within a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA, okay? And then with that, basically is a lot of times how we teach our clients between what's the difference between a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA is, when you pay taxes, right, in a Roth IRA, you pay taxes on the seed, okay? In a traditional IRA, when you pay taxes on the crop. Because a Roth IRA is you're paying taxes on the net, either at the gross, so it's on the net, right? And so with the traditional IRA, it's on the gross. And so within that, when you have these self-directed IRAs, if you're in a real estate property, and let's say, for instance, you're getting this monthly income, right? This monthly income goes into the self-directed IRA instead of paying taxes on the back end. Here. So not only can you use it as far as leverage, but it's a tax advantage. So we'll be able to cover a little bit more into detail and all advantages of the self-directing. This is kind of hitting secret because most of the brokerage firms, when you look at Fidelity, you look at Vanguard, you may say Charles Schwab, they don't necessarily advocate for the self-directed IRA. And the reason why they don't, right, is because these big brokerage firms, they don't make money off the actual self-directed IRAs. But you can, as far as using that as a leverage, as a different vehicle to diversify your investments.
Wow, that is just amazing. Wow, I hope you guys are learning. This is information that is not out there every day. I really appreciate you coming today and sharing your knowledge on how to really make your money work for you. I'm going to go ahead and open it up for questions. So I know there was a lot of information that was given. But I definitely feel like, if you're looking for a little bit more details of investing, you can actually reach out to Sherwin as well. You can also come to our home buyer seminar. He's going to be discussing more of the different investment strategies, and he will be there on March 28th. You can register. We just have like a few spots left, guys. So you can register online. The website is www.dominionmoves.com/home buyer seminar. And I'm going to also type it in a comment before we're done here so you guys can be able to register. But if you want to learn about how to invest, you got to come. I'm telling you, not only will have Sherwin there, we're also going to have a credit specialist there. We will have a real estate attorney there, a lender there as well, and a home inspector. So it's a whole entire everything that you need in order to either purchase a home for the first time, for the second time, or the third time, or if you want to purchase an investment property. We have every single expert there that's going to assist you to do that. And Sherwin is going to be one of our instructors there. And we also have some amazing giveaways. An iPad. Who wants an iPad? Listen, who wants an iPad? Okay, how amazing it is you could come and learn about investing in real estate, and you have an opportunity. So that's the grand prize. The grand prize is an Apple iPad, and then we'll also give away 2 Visa gift cards. So it's going to be a lot of cool surprises. We're also going to have food, light refreshments there. So it's going to be an amazing time, and I can't wait. I'm like, every day I'm like, it's coming. Because of all her purpose, myself, and I am a licensed real estate broker, and my husband and I, we own Dominion Realty Group. And one of the things that I focus on is to give value to my clients. I get a lot of questions throughout the week about real estate, and my goal here is to hopefully answer your questions. And if I haven't answered your question, you can always send me a message later on, and I'll be happy to assist you. But anything else you want to share before we jump off?
Yeah, I would just say as far as how to contact or how to follow me, I'm on Instagram at Leswin underscore financial, also on Facebook at Leswin Financial, and also on Twitter at Leswin Financial. So, like I mentioned earlier in the video, we promoted a lot of the financial literacy, and that's through all perspectives, whether it's real estate, whether it's investment stocks. Through kids, college planning, so retirement. So it's just a plethora of information of what we just promote. And I think it's important for financial literacy, because my thing is we have to get out of my frame of generational curses and focus on generational wealth. And that's not only just for self, but that's also looking at as far as is the kingdom, right? As far as being able to enlarge the territory to be able to be a blessing to others. So Leswin Financial, that is also another focal point for us, is Kingdom Financial Advising as well.
So good. And the other thing I would also add, Sherwin, in real estate, like I mentioned, my husband and I, we own Dominion Realty Group. We're licensed real estate brokers. And it's so important for us to have a good team around us. It's not just about me, it's about the people that I have around us that's going to assist our clients to make the best decision in real estate, rather if you're purchasing a home or you are investing in real estate, or if you're selling our home, whatever the case may be, you want to make sure that your realtor has a great team around them that's going to fill them with all the good information, not the Google stuff out there that you see, that's going to give you expert advice that is essentially going to assist you. So I just feel so blessed that I have such a great group of people around myself and my company. Sherwin is also one of the people that is around us, and it's so important to have that support. Um, because at the end of the day, like I said, it's about filling you guys with the information and the value and the customer service that you need when you make decisions. Because at the end of the day, we make decisions in life all the time. Why not have that expert advice with someone that does it all the time? 24 hours a day. This is what they live and breathe. And in this case, Sherwin is a financial expert. Why not get the information from him? Because this is what he does every single day. It's kind of like me trying to give advice on how to mow a lawn. I've never mowed a lawn. That's what my husband's there for. Brandon will tell you. I've never mowed a lawn before. I can't tell you anything about that. That's just not my area of expertise. My area of expertise is business, real estate, and marketing. So I try to stay in my lane. So I just want to thank you guys again. We're going on 24 minutes. I promised that I was going to keep these episodes under 30 minutes. So we give you Short and sweet information. So we hope that it can enhance your knowledge in real estate and in terms of finances and investing. We just thank you guys again for coming on today. And I am going to send you his information. We're going to type it in the as a comment after, so you have the contact to get a hold of Sherwin. And I'll also type in how you can register for our amazing, amazing homebuyer seminar. So I thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, guys.
All right.
Take care.